Hello friends, what's up? This is Ron here, and in this King of Fighters All-Star video, I am going to talk about the latest difficulty of the guild that netmarble released, that is the Inferno mode. And Inferno mode has been unleashed, and of course this is the most difficult guild mode until now. And let's check out the scores and the rewards. And of course you guys know that each and every guild mode has a minimum score that you need to achieve in order to clear this guild mode. And for this Inferno mode, you need to have 1250.23 million, that is barely 1251 million damage you need to do in order to clear this guild mode. And if you are able to clear this guild mode, you will be getting this box number 9. And as I have showed in my previous video, that look at these rewards, my friends. BS generic memory, and also if you go down, here it is, SS generic memory. So these are the prime rewards of this guild boxes, beside all other imprint stones and hammers and those unpaired keys, and of course this higher level of capsules like capsule number 6. So honestly, my friends, this guild mode, playing this guild mode is no longer optional. You have to do it if you want to have these generic memories, if you want to have higher level capsules which is higher than 5. You gotta play this guild mode, my friends. And honestly, a couple of my friends actually got this generic SS memory today, and I was so happy for them. Couple of my friends actually commented on my video and informed me that they got this memory. So this is possible. And if you can achieve this 1251 million score, you'll be able to clear this guild mode and get this box. But if your guild can actually kill this boss, that is when you will see this 200% damage here, then you will be able to get 2 boxes. Otherwise you will be able to get just 1 box. This is why it is really important to join a good guild right now. Now let's talk about further about the team and the dots. Now it says here that vulnerability weakness, increased damage received when vulnerable, chilled, shocked. Now the thing is, if we check the detail here, you can see that the boss's meter will be melted if you apply either shock or chill. But the thing is, if you apply chill or shock only 1 dot, then it will take a very long time to reduce the meter and do damage to the boss. And it says that the effect significantly increased when the boss is both chilled and shocked at the same time. That simply means that you need to apply both shock and chill at the same time to the boss in order to deal a lot of damage. And let me show you just a bit with the example that what will happen if you just apply 1 dot. And I'll be playing with BS Ignis, who has shock in his skill, and let me just show you. Now I'm just going to apply the shock, and I'm switching to, see, the meter is not really going fast. It is not going fast at all. And I'm just doing a 3PG, and you will see that meter is will still be there. See, it is not even broken or anything. Let me just tap out, and I'll show you once again that what happens when you apply both shock and chill at the same time. So let's go. So let's go and try this once again, and this time we will try to apply both dots at the same time. So I have a striker as a Kula, as you can see, and I'm going to apply shock here. I applied, and look at this, meter is going fast. I'm getting some beating, by the way. Still the meter is going really fast, and I believe that after this 3PG the boss meter will be totally broken. As you can see, it is almost gone, and it is gone already. Now I can do a lot of damages by whatever means I can. But let me just tap out and talk about the teams. because it is really important to select your team. The thing is, there is no such character in the game right now who can deal both shock and chill at the same time. So I am using this BS team right here, and for shock I just kept BS Ignis, and actually there are many other shock damage dealing characters in the game already. And let me just show you what are the available shock damage dealing characters in the game. And there are I don't really have all those characters, but some of these characters, like this character here who can deal shock damage, and of course the SS Baiken from the Guilty Gear collaboration, she has shock in her skills, and also characters like BS Geese, BS Geese, and of course Blue Mary, the SS Blue Mary, who is going to be really helpful in this case because she has a lot of shock in her skill. So if you have her, use her without any doubt. Now we can actually solve the shock problem with our shock damage dealing character, because there are not many great shock damage dealing character, but there are some and they can do our duties. Now what about chill? There are a bunch of great chill damage dealing character, of course, and let me just show you by just doing the filter, and we are going to switch to chill. And unfortunately I don't have many, I don't really have many of them, but I can tell you this character right here, SSDZ from the Guilty Gear collaboration, she can be a very useful character in this case because she has a lot of cold spell or chill. By the way, cold spell and chill are the same thing, but since I don't have SSDZ, I'll have to do this cold spell thing or chill damage thing by using the strikers, and let me show you by what I mean. And as you can see, there is a bunch of characters here. I have selected them and sorted them by cold spell or chill, and some of these characters can actually do this chill damage as a striker. For example, this lovely cooler right here, she can do chill damage equal to 40% of attack to all enemies for 7 seconds. This is a good timing, by the way. This can really help. So this character can be a great character for your chill damage dealing. Also Rio here, he can also do this chill damage for 7 seconds, so that is going to be helpful as well. Also I think this character right here, Hotaru, she can also do chill damage equal to 18% of attack for 7 seconds. So any character that is going to deal this chill damage for 7 seconds is going to be really helpful for this against this boss. So I can arrange my teams like I am just using shock damage dealing character in the team and using chill damage dealing character as a striker. But for example, let's say you don't have a good shock damage dealing character. Let's say you don't have BS Ignis. Then what? Then I would suggest you to use shock damage dealing striker, and let me show you by what I mean. And as usually, there are many characters who can deal shock damage as a striker. For example, this Mary here, she can actually do shock damage for equal to 30% of attack to all enemies for 10 seconds. That's a huge duration, by the way. This can really help. And also there is another great character as a shock dealer, which is I'm sorry, not this one, I mean this lady Yashiro. She also can deal shock equal to 8% of attack for all enemies for 10 seconds. So don't really bother about what is the percentage right here. Just check out this timing. All you need is the dot to be applied, and you will be doing the damage with your other characters. So she will be doing this 10-second of shock damage or shock dot, applying shock dot to the boss, and that is all you need. So if you use this character or Mary as a striker, and then you need to form a different team. Of course, then you don't have to add any shock damage dealer in the team, but you need any character who can deal cold spell or chill damage, like for example, let's say SSDG, great character as a chill damage dealing character. Great, she is an amazing character. So the basic idea is either you need to use shock. If you want to use shock in your team, then use the chill characters as a striker, and if you want to use chill damage dealers in the team, then use the shock damage dealers in the striker. Just keep them altered, or if you have those characters, or if you have the eligibility to use both of them in the team, that will be even better, but I don't really think that is possible. And if it is only possible if you have really strong Guilty Gear collaboration characters, for example like SS Baiken and SSDG, you can keep them both in the team and do some freaking mayhem, because this character right here has shock in her skills. And by the way, there is another Guilty Gear character called Aino. She also has a shock in her skills, but I highly doubt that she will be able to survive, whether she will be able to survive against this infernal boss, because the boss is very strong. So this character combined with this character right here, so these both character, if you keep them in the team, then you don't have to worry about those strikers. Just if you can keep them, if you have them at higher level, of course at least 3-star awaken level or even more, just keep them in the team and add another suitable character as a team partner, and use any suitable strikers that can help. But in any ways, you will have to keep the fact in your mind that you need to apply both dots at the same time and try to break the meter. Maybe you just apply the cold spell, then you bring your shock damage dealer and try to break the meter with him, and you can go other way. It doesn't really matter, but whenever both dots are applied on the boss, it will make your life easy. Now let me share you what type of cards I'm going to use. For example, I'm just going to use this City of Darkness, pardon me, this is Through Darkness set, and this set is really helpful because if you are trying to throw your 3PG more often in the battle, because it gives you 13% attack and gain 15% power upon tagging in, and also it is going to increase the attack of the fighter who is tagging in by 13% for 7 seconds. So ideal card whenever you are using tagging. And if you can use these sort of cards, this is a BS card. By the way, there are many SS cards who will also deliver the same thing, same performance, that is increasing attack by 5%, decreasing skill cooldown, and as a special effect it is going to increase attack by 13% for 5 seconds and grant super armor for 2 seconds when tagging in a boss syndrome fighter. And this super armor is going to be really helpful because whenever sometimes the boss is so fast, especially Geese is so fast and ferocious that sometimes it doesn't really give you the time to do anything. So these 2 seconds of super armor might be really helpful, and also this 5 seconds increase of 13% attack is always going to contribute in the damage output. And for Ash, I'm just using this BS volume 5 set. You can use any other set if you have, doesn't really matter, it depends on your collection. And additionally, I am using this card, and this card is going to make your life a lot easier because this card usually increases attack speed by 7%, and most importantly, this deals shock damage equal to 8% of attack on the enemy upon landing a critical hit with an active skill. And now we know that characters like Ash or many other characters are there in the game who has a very high critical rate in their core, so they can literally apply the shock all the time if you can use this card on your character. So if you are not a very pro or very skilled player like me, for example, of course I am not a very good player at all, then this card then actually might help you a lot with your characters. But if you are skilled enough, you can actually you don't have to use this card. You can use any other boss syndrome or SS cards depending on your character. For example, this is a boss syndrome character. I am using this boss syndrome option card, and if you are using any SS character, just use any good cards. But if you are having any problem, then you just try to use this card if possible. And for nameless, I am just using this good old Idol Kula set, which is the best set for nameless, I would say, and a normal option card. And I am just thinking about whether I should use this card with nameless as well or not. It really depends. It doesn't really matter. It depends on I mean, what is your comfortability, what type of setup gives you more comfort. That's it. All you need is to care about those 1251 million damage, and all you need to do is to achieve that score, and that's it, my friends. It is not going to be a very difficult job at all. And of course, just use relevant strikers for these two characters or any other characters, where you are not planning to use your shock or chill damage dealer strikers, especially your main damage dealer characters. For example, my main damage dealing characters are Nameless and Ash, and I'm just using Ignis as a dot dealer and a leader, of course. So I don't have to worry about Ignis' damage. So I'm just using Kula, this lovely Kula, for the chill damage, and that's why I don't have to worry about the damage output of Ignis. But I care about the damage output of both these two characters, Nameless and Ash. That's why I kept all these relevant strikers. So my friends, I believe now you are clear about the entire thing that you need to do about this guild operation, and I just explained these things in detail because there is a lot of new players out there. You might need any help about this guild raid. So just I'm just going to add a gameplay, and of course the gameplay is not going to be the best at all. I'm still doing my practice, and I need to work on my scores. So enjoy the gameplay and hope to see you guys soon in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome and peace out, my friends.
Ready, go! 何があっても最強の力を最強の力をこれで全てが終わる。急いで何があっても最強の力を最強の力を終わった。